Hi everyone, just your elitist New York City socialist commie journalist back to talk about another video, particularly how journalist Twitter accounts relate to the company they work for, which is an interesting topic and I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions, so I figured I'd make a short video to clear up when journalists tweet, how journalists' Twitter accounts are treated in relation to the news company they work for as a whole, and how it's viewed. I have a little personal philosophy, which is that Twitter, founded in 2007 and been ruining careers since 2007. Never have I seen a platform obliterate as many careers as Twitter has. But there's something to be said where I think people think when a person gets employed by a media company, when they tweet, they're tweeting with the backing of the media company they're employed by. That on some level those tweets are getting vetted by or overseen by a copy editor or their desk editor or whoever it may be, when in reality, in every newsroom I've ever been in, people have their Twitter up on one page of their computer or their laptop, and they're out there tweeting away at their colleagues, at people, making hot takes on articles they've just read, and the editor-in-chief has no idea, the desk editor has no idea, the copy editor has no idea. Heck, most of the time the colleagues they're working right next to have no idea, except for when they see it on their Twitter feed, they're like, oh, Bob Smith just tweeted this ridiculous thing with 8 obscenities. Yikes. Yo, Bob, what are you thinking about that? Maybe you want to take that down. That does not a very good look. And they're already on, tweet 5 out of 8 on this thread about how how this graph is wrong or how this is morally decaying America. My point being that in reality, journalists tweet all the time, and most of the time it has no representation for the company they're working for. Nobody's ever seen it. And what happens is often these tweets go out, and if they catch any sort of virality, the desk editor or the editor-in-chief will sometimes reprimand, actually not sometimes, quite often reprimand the journalist like, hey, why are you tweeting this? You're employed by New York Times, Vox, whomever. This isn't good look. People are going to associate whatever you're saying with Vox or New York Times or The Atlantic. Take down your tweet, or follow that up, or stop tweeting like that. And if you don't believe me, I have seen literal screenshots and Slacks of other people in the office where they'll be like, can you believe this person tweeted it? They'll screenshot their colleagues' tweets, put it in a Slack message, Slack some other people's bosses, and be like, this is outrageous. Like, people love to use tweets against other people, even within their own newsroom, as political leverage to be like, oh, this guy's an idiot, he's irresponsible on Twitter, like, put me ahead. And so when a journalist says something that's really stupid, or which they do all the time on Twitter, it's the journalist being really stupid. It's not the company for the most part. For the most part, when the company tweets, you'll see the company tweeting, and that is usually vetted and gone through by multiple people. That's usually the head of social that's handling that Twitter account, and then they're told what to tweet most of the time, or they're handed like tweet copy or tweet language for a video or for an article to go out with. But the individual journalists, no, they're tweeting all the time. They're tweeting stupid stuff all the time, and most of the time the newsroom has no idea, except for when other people in the newsroom have their Twitter open and seem to notice that their colleague has suddenly tweeted something stupid. So I just wanted to clear up that misconception. There's much less oversight than most people realize, and journalists get reprimanded behind the scenes all the time by other people in the companies they work for tweeting their hot takes. You can click around for another video. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.